Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The next order.
Order number 7, statements. Order number 8, motion, debate on the address by His Excellency the President during the opening of the 13th Parliament, third and final day.
I remember, I don't know if you can check from the records, I remember we had 13 minutes for the Kiambu Senator. Senator Karungo, proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for remembering that today I have 13 minutes, since I only consumed about 3 minutes in the last session. Mr. Speaker, still on the matters President's address, I would want to take this House to paragraph 16, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, the President said that his administration will rely on oversight from the House to make sure the public gets value for every cent invested in every policy, program, and project. Mr. Speaker, this clearly shows that the President respects the separation of powers, arms of government, and already recognizes that this Senate will provide oversight. Mr. Speaker, President Ruto is a president who is not afraid of criticism, and he would want us to state things as they are for him to run this government. And I remember he is on record, Mr. Speaker, saying that he was one in my county, that criticizing your own government is part of showing the support to that government. So, Mr. Speaker, this tells us the President wants us to execute our mandate without coercion or any intimidation. Mr. Speaker, I recall very well the senators, and especially from the Azimio side, complained of the impunity of former CSs. Mr. Speaker, the CSs were not honoring summons from either this House and probably the National Assembly. But I'm happy that the President provided a solution by asking this House to amend its standing orders so that they can be coming in front of this House to answer questions on matters, development, or the portfolios that they represent. Mr. Speaker, there was a question on whether that is possible. I want to put across a question so that as we deliberate this issue, maybe it's going to provide guidance. Mr. Speaker, this House, and especially the previous Senate, I think will go down in history as the one that had so many impeachments. Mr. Speaker, I recall in those impeachments, we used to have strangers in the House. We used to have lawyers who were even interacting with honorable senators through point of orders. We had governors who came to this Senate and they were answering questions. So, Mr. Speaker, as we look at the issue of the CSs coming to this House, probably there is a way. And I don't believe that being given this an olive branch, the olive branch extended to us, we should call the CSs strangers. Mr. Speaker, it is known that the CS for Finance always appear in front of the National Assembly to read the budget. Do we call him a stranger at that particular time? Yet he appears before us. So, Mr. Speaker, I think there is a way so that we can have an opportunity to grill and ask questions to the CSs, because sometimes the reason why they don't listen or they don't honor the summons, maybe they have no respect for the committees. But when you're called by the House, I believe